and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup for Walmart and such, but in today's video we're reviewing this high-end palette, definitely not Walmart. Anastasia would be very insulted if I called her Walmart. So this is Norvina Volume 5. So I'm reviewing this because of the new thing I have in my Patreon group. My patrons are gonna choose a palette each month that they want me to review, something exciting, new release. So they chose a Norvina Volume 5 this month for me, and I'm glad they did. It's very pricey, but it's gorgeous. It's purple, and you all know how I feel about purple if you've been watching me. So we're gonna be doing swatches, tutorial, and my final thoughts at the end. And my cat wants dinner. Hi, Shangela. So if you guys are interested and keep on watching, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new video upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the links are down in the description box, as well as my Patreon group. So like, subscribe, comment, and let's get right into this. So Shangela is still sniffing my brushes. He always sleeps when I'm filming because I film in the afternoons, like around 4. So by the time I finish, like at 7 p.m., he gets ready for dinner and he gets up and he starts to walk around and headbutt me and show me his butthole. Are we gonna show? Yep, he showed his butthole. Very predictable. Sir, what are we doing here? Oh! Okay, he left. Alright, we can get to business. So as I said in the intro, my patrons chose this for me. I polled them, not a lot of people gave me their opinion, the shade and the tea. I had like maybe 3 votes, but the 3 of them were for actually this one. So I'm very happy that this one won. I wasn't planning to buy it because first of all I'm a budget channel, and secondly I have a lot of purple palettes that I love. Like, why do I need another purple palette? But there's something to say about high-end makeup. And high-end makeup, I always said high-end makeup, low-end makeup. There is some low-end makeup just as good, which is true. But when you see the difference, ABH formulas, there's something about ABH formula that I would say could be my favorite high-end formula. This is gorgeous. The shimmers are amazing. So I'm glad I did. So we're going to be doing this look, and I'll show you the swatches next, the tutorial, and the final thoughts at the end. So let's get into the swatches on my husband's hairy arm, and he told me I need to shave my arms. I'm like, the whole point of this kind of thing, it's my thing, my husband's hairy arm swatches. If you shave your arms, what are going to be there? It's going to be like mine, just whiter. I self-tan, so I'm always like, I'm orange and he's white. So. Anyway, let's get into this. Oh my god, look at the shimmers. They swatch amazingly. And I did not prime his arm. It's all natural with the hairs and all. And look at the reflex. Look at the white, first of all. How pigmented this white is. Ooh, I'm gonna go right for all of the shimmers. Well, maybe not all of them. Even the glitter swatches very decently. Yes, queen. So I'll prime myself with the ABH primer. I'm gonna try to use as many ABH items as I can, as long as they have them. So I have a primer and I have eyeliners, so that will be ABH. So I'm going to start this beautiful palette. Can't believe I almost skipped on buying it, but I mean, I'm not a high-end makeup channel, but I had to get this because my patrons told me to. So I'm gonna start with this C3 and a little bit of D5. I'm gonna mix them together because I want a little depth from D5, and I'm gonna go to B3. So I'm not gonna lift it again, just gonna go through those colors. Almost dropped something. I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna knock off the whole makeup table and you're never gonna see me. I'm gonna just dive in. So I'm gonna use this Just Up Petite Eye Blender 223. So I tried a smaller brush. This eyeshadows are so pigmented. If I used even a smaller brush to map out my cut crease, it was just hard to blend. So I'm gonna go with a smudger brush. I'm gonna go between D5 and C3. Add it on and smudge it at the same time. I usually try to press eyeshadow on right away and then take another brush and smudge it, but this is so darn pigmented. Sometimes I say that low-end makeup is as good as high-end makeup, which is true. Some brands produce great makeup, like Beauty Bay has great quality eyeshadow, and BH Cosmetics. But when you use something like ABH formula and you go like, oh, that's why I paid $60 for this palette. So we just sketch in the cut crease. I'm going to full cut crease. I was trying to make sure I'm not copying Misa, because Misa did this or earlier, of course, because she got this in PR. But there is purple, so you can't really do much different by use purple. And purple is one of my favorite colors. Now I'm using a smaller gesso brush, and this is Gesso 230 Luxe pencil brush, but it's kind of fluffy, so it's easy to blend with. So I'm going to B3, the one I showed you in the beginning, and this is a cooler purple. One of my favorite tones of purple, kind of like my shirt. That's why I like this shirt. As you might have noticed, I love cool tones. So I saw this, I'm like, I've got to use this. And all of the shimmers in this palette, holy cow, they're incredible. Okay, so what I did off camera is I cut my crease, I did the micellar water removal of the eyeshadow, and I cut my crease with the same ABH primer. So now the magic comes in. What do you think that is? The cake liner, right? No. I wanted to try something to see if this works. And surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, it did work. Because this color swatched amazingly. And I was like, let me try it. So this is Gesso 317 wing liner brush. I just grabbed it because I want something extremely flat. So I'm gonna go into the A1 pure white. This is like pure white, like white paste white. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You just press it on and it goes on. So as you can see, this is pretty much white eyeshadow. You know how hard this is to do? To just put the eyeshadow in the crease to make it look like a cake liner. Because usually eyeshadow is just not pigmented enough. And it gets a little transparent, but this is freaking unbelievable. Look at this. This is like cake liner already. Alright, so I applied a little more primer under the line to make it a little more sharp, and now we're going for this halo eye. I had difficulty with this palette that I didn't put any black there, and I was like, well, why there's so many brown tones? They should have put black in there. I'm very, very against brown, and you might know, like, I'm very against brown. But this brown is really, really deep, so that kind of saved it. So I'm using E5. And then I'm gonna go into the warmer tone. I'm gonna go to D4 and then B2. I'm just showing you now so I don't have to lift it later because me lazy. I don't want to drop this palette many times because I already dropped it. So I'm going into the E5. Look, it's pigmented the house. This is a very deep brown. So it's actually very close to looking like black, so I'm not mad at it. This is Gesso 237, by the way. It's one of my favorite brushes for precise application like that. Okay, going to D4, and I'm gonna tap in between E5 and D4, the brown and the purple, just to get a better blend. And this is Gesso 223 brush. This is the same brush I first used. I just cleaned it up and a little bit. pat it on, just straight up D4. Then I'm gonna use the pink B2. It's like purplish pink. That is a beautiful, beautiful tone. I'm using Moda brush from BoxyCharm. This is Moda BMX 466 shade. Okay, it's time for the shimmers. I'm just using slightly bigger brush for this. It's slightly yet flat. It's great for picking up shimmer. This is Lavish brush, eye shading. And we're gonna go through a lot of them. I actually want to kind of dip into some of them, most of them. So I'm gonna dip into D3, a little bit of C1, then a little bit of E3, and in the middle is gonna be C2. It's kind of like I want all of them because they were all so amazing. When I was watching them on my husband's arm, I was like, oh my god, I need this. Yeah, D3 first. I'm gonna go for the dark one. I'm going to start patting it on right over the mat just to start the blend. Oh, this is so freaking beautiful. Just repeating everything on the low eyelid pretty much. Okay, so for the waterline I use black gel liner, and this is Beauty Creations, and I use Colourpop Silver. Just kind of blending them together. So now I'm going to the brow bone highlight. Almost forgot to show you. So this is Sigma brush. This is Inner Corner Shader E46. So I'm going to the beautiful B1. I almost put that in the middle of my eyelid. I almost wear a show hood. Maybe I'll add that at the end. We'll see. So this is it, and we're gonna go right under the brow bone. I'm not even wetting my brush. Look, it doesn't need to be wetted. It's an incredible quality palette. This is a moment you realize why Anastasia charges the way she charges her makeup, because it's that good, honestly. Okay, let me do the rest of my makeup and I'll be back with a full face. Yeah, this is an incredible quality, of course, so I'm going to use, I already actually used ABH eyeliner, and I'm going to use ABH foundation just because I have that item, and that's all I have from ABH actually. So I'll be back. So this is a finished eye look. I did add a little bit of silver line, just a little something something, because I wanted to add a little bit of accent, something that would be more snatched up. And the lashes are from Amazon. I just broke out a new pair. I put a little bit of the same kind of highlight in the inner corner and just a little bit in the middle, and of course on my lips. I'm wearing the Color Rain lipstick on my lips and the color Bodacious. I'm very impressed. I mean, I did not expect anything less, but this is like extremely beautiful and high quality, because I always use something budget. Most of the time budget friendly. This is like, wow, it's a big deal. So this is the final look. I do love it. I mean, the look, of course, the look of the palette. The palette is amazing. I did not expect anything less, but whenever I get something very high quality and high end, it's always like, wow, it's something extra for me, because most of the time I review budget friendly. So if you can afford to splurge and you need something purple, I would highly recommend. I mean, there's nothing like the quality of ABH. I would say out of all high-end makeup brands I've tried, I haven't tried that many, but I do have some Be Perfect Cosmetics, which is more dry, and I'm not a fan of dry formula. This is probably my favorite formula out of the high-end, because this is so gorgeous. I'm just trying not to flip. See, almost lost it. Yeah, so if you buy, well, they had this special buy one get one half off. I'm not sure if it's still on. It is worth $60 as a high-end makeup goes. If you're a fan of high-end brands, this is the one for you, especially with all the purples. If you're a fan of purples, oh my god, this is high possibilities. The shimmers and metallics are amazing. It's like butter, extreme shine. The mattes are luxurious. The only thing, like, I wish I had a black, but the dark brown is very close. It's not black, but it's very close. So you could always use black elsewhere. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you picked it up. If you're a fan of high-end brands or an ABH NORVINA series, you probably did. Let me know how you like it and leave me a comment. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and do please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do ring notification bell so you get notified of all the new stuff. Huge thank you to my patrons. You guys are great. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being with me. I have a Patreon group. The link is also down in the description box. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.